DeFi Kingdoms, baby. DeFi Kingdoms for beginners. Do you not know anything about crypto? I got you. We're going to go over everything. This will be, I think, a 10 video series. I'm just a guy in his house trying to get a YouTube channel going on mostly covering DeFi Kingdoms, not necessarily just DeFi Kingdoms, but mostly I'm just a DeFi Kingdoms guy. I believe in the project, believe in the game, up and coming game that's coming. Let's talk about it. This is the overview, video 1 of 1. Okay, we're going to hit on, I'm going to hold your hand all the way through. If you don't even know anything about crypto at all, I'm going to help you get into the game. Maybe you've heard about DeFi Kingdoms. I'll help you get in, even if you don't know anything about crypto, or if you do and you want to learn about the game. That's why I'm doing several different videos. You'll be able to skip ahead some videos. We're going to go over MetaMask. We're going to go over even getting going with an exchange like crypto.com, like FTX, like Binance.us, how to get the money into DeFi Kingdoms, how to actually play the game, the ins and outs. If you want more advanced alpha on DeFi Kingdoms, that's what my channel's mostly dedicated to. You can go look at some past videos, all kinds of videos. I pretty much do at least one video a day, baby. Cranking them out. Okay, so this is kind of the overview a little bit of DeFi Kingdoms. Why do I think it's a good project to get into? You're lucky if you've been wanting to get into DeFi Kingdoms and you haven't yet. Now is a great time to get in. Why? Okay, there's some things that's happened with DeFi Kingdoms that was mostly FUD. It was FUD against the founder, pretty much the founder of the project. His name's Frisky Fox. I don't know what his real name is. I think he has docs now. And so what happened was a series of few things happened all at once. This happened back at the beginning of May, I think, sometime around there of 2022. That's where we are. This is all gonna change quick too. The game's changing fast. They're developing. Okay, what happened was people accused Frisky Fox of being in a scam project prior to creating DeFi Kingdoms. He created DeFi Kingdoms just from scratch, just from nothing. He's just a guy, a family guy. He's got kids, he's got a wife, and he teamed up with a guy named Dreamer and then some other just awesome developers. Hubert Cumberdale, they all kind of have their DeFi Kingdoms names. Beetle Dude is another one. There's some other real good pie face, and you've got Sun Bear, some other just awesome developers in the game. Bolin. Okay, so he created this just about 1 year ago. We're in August, or now we're in September. Today's September 3rd, 2022. Okay, August 22nd of 2021 is when this game, they started developing, they put out something. Okay, so, and he was involved in a project previously to that was kind of scammy. I don't know if it's an outright scam. I actually hadn't heard of the project. I've been in crypto for a long time, made a lot of money, lost a lot of money. I mean, it's been a brutal year for me with Terra Luna situation, all the different things going on in crypto. That is very unfortunate. So we're still in the early stages of crypto. I look at crypto as kind of like when the internet first came onto the scene, it took quite a long time for it to become more mainstream. It took 15, 20 years, I think, for computers and internet, things like that. So things take time. When the internet first came out, everyone said it's a scam. It's only for porn and it's only for scammers. Never have your credit card on the internet. Things like that were said. Okay, now it's just how we roll. It's like so inundated in our everyday lives, we don't even realize it. Okay, I think crypto will be the same. It will become worldwide adopted and used in multiple facets of our lives. Okay, so what happened, Frisky Fox accused of being with this scammy project. But the truth is he was only with the project for 1 week and he kind of realized they were scammy, and that's why he exited out of the project. Now, he didn't want to just outright FUD the project publicly because there were still people using the project, using the crypto, using the protocol, whatever it was. I can't even remember what it was. I never heard of it. Okay, and that's why he left, was because it's a scam. Another thing happened with the white paper. So most all cryptocurrency projects have what's called a white paper, and it kind of gives you a description of their vision of the project. The tokenomics of the cryptocurrency is very important, like how inflationary, what's the token release going to be, how many tokens are in existence for that crypto, things like that. It breaks it all down, all the ins and outs of the project. We're going to be going over DeFi Kingdoms white paper as well in future videos. Okay, so in that, he had created an initial liquidity pool, and he had the address for the initial liquidity pool. Well, that was Dreamer's address. Okay, it was like his MetaMask wallet. We're going to go over that, his address or whatever. address he was using. Well, now they started this from nothing. They didn't have VC funds. They didn't have a bunch of money to help them get going. They literally just started this project from nothing. So it turns out they were very low on funds, and his buddy was willing to put some money up into the project, and he was actually the one that ended up creating the liquidity. He put about $50,000 into the initial liquidity for the decentralized exchange, or DEX. It's what it's called, or automated market maker. We're gonna go over what all that is soon. DeFi, decentralized finance. What that means is we're the bank, baby. There's no middleman. There's no one, putting their dirty hands on that money. And then, if you want to send somebody money, if you want to wire somebody money to the other part of the world, wherever you are, that's going to go through a series of multiple different hands, get their hands on that money. And that's why it takes a long time sometimes. It can even take days. Okay, it's going through multiple different hands, multiple different banks, and they have to press the green light button to let that money go. Okay, so we're relying on human beings, we're relying on companies and businesses and banks to do all that when we do it. Okay, with decentralized exchange, it's automated protocols, computer algorithms that do it automatically. And we're gonna go over exactly how that works. But the awesome thing about it is that now the average Joe becomes the banks. Well, the big banks don't like that. That's a big thing. They've come against crypto, and that's part of how they control and manipulate crypto in the first place. But with DeFi, it helps us become the bank, essentially. So his buddy, turns out his buddy actually was the one that put up the liquidity. Well, he didn't go back to the white paper and update that. And so then 6 or 8 months go by, or 9 months goes by, and someone points it out and realizes it. And all this happened right at the same time. Then there was a little bug in the protocol for the mining. We're gonna hit on even what that means. And so when we provide liquidity, we get interest. We earn interest at the time it was in the form of Jewel token. Okay, and the Jewel is also the in-game utility token. That's changed. Things are changing fast. Okay, so part of that Jewel that you earn in interest is locked up for a period of time. Okay, but you can get an early unlocking by purchasing a miner hero who's a miner. Okay, and those miners, it's part of the algorithm that they will unlock a very small portion of that Jewel every day. They can do it. Well, someone kind of found what they called an exploit. And this was actually in January. They found an exploit where there's kind of a trick. There's like a way where you can unlock more Jewel than they're supposed to by having multiple different accounts and wallets and sending the miners to multiple different wallets and then claiming the miners. Okay, there's a kind of a trick to unlock more Jewel. Well, at first in January, it wasn't that big of a deal. It wasn't like a whole lot of extra Jewel was being unlocked. Well, by the time April and May came around, it became more significant. More big whales, big money guys, where they started unlocking a lot more Jewel, and it became a big problem. Okay, so all of those three things happened all at once, and there was just mayhem in the community of DeFi Kingdoms, which is one of the strongest communities I've ever seen in crypto. I mean, now it's very small, but it is like a hardcore, dedicated, gung-ho community. And back then, it was pretty good size. It was a good size, big project. It was on a larger scale. And so everyone was saying, Frisky Fox is a scam artist, and Frisky Fox is behind all this, and Frisky Fox is a rug pull, and all this and that, and including some big YouTubers. I'm not even sure who it was, but apparently there was one of the biggest YouTubers on the game that covered the game, got out. Sold out and left, and a lot of the followers did the same. Also, George, I am George, huge crypto channel guy, said the same thing. He went on his channel and said Frisky Fox is leaving the project. Frisky Fox, was like falling on a sword and was like apologizing to the community and saying, I'm sorry, maybe I shouldn't be the president, maybe I need to step down, get out of the project. And I was like, no, this is your baby. You just made honest mistakes, and it wasn't even that big. None of it was even an issue. Like, nothing even really mattered that much. Even the mining exploit wasn't a big deal. Okay, it was like way overblown. So we just saw the coin absolutely collapse. The market cap crashed. Everything was down. Then right a week or two later, Terra Luna happens. The entire crypto market just gets decimated. Okay, and I got decimated by both the DeFi Kingdoms FUD and the Terra Luna situation. Okay, so, and it was really devastating for DeFi Kingdoms. Like I Am George was saying this project's a dead project. It's not going to make it. Frisky Fox is gone. And then also, Crypto Man Ran, Banter. He's got his boy Hustle. These are good guys, but Hustle just reported the same FUD. And Hustle isn't like, he's kind of 1 inch deep on almost every single gaming crypto project out there in the market, which is great. But it doesn't mean that he's very inundated into the ecosystem and really knows what's going on. So he wasn't really following what's going on. And that's another huge YouTube channel. So hundreds of thousands of people saw them say all that. And we just saw the community go from something, I think, close to 100,000 users down to 5,000. And so just devastating. Then, so this project is on Harmony. It was initially Harmony. It's a blockchain. We're going to go over that in future videos. In Harmony, you have to bridge tokens to get into Harmony. Well, one of their main bridges got hacked for $100 million. And it was just utterly devastating to the project. And a lot of people were afraid even then that maybe this thing's going to die. This project's going to die. Okay, so now we're like 6 weeks later or something like that. Okay, and all that's happened in the meantime is the team has continued to be more and more resilient. They continue to execute and make it happen. They have become more formulated as an organization. Okay, so they have a stronger foundation and they have a leadership team. They have more structure within their organization, and they've only gotten stronger, baby. They've literally been through hell. Like, they had no idea what they were signing up for. This thing blew up to the moon when it first came out, and then crashed all the way back down. It fell right back down to Earth from the moon. Okay, and now where you come in, right now, if you're just brand new, interested in the project, it's not quite on the floor. It's up a tiny bit, but compared to its all-time highs, it is just decimated still. So it's a fantastic time to get into this project. So what are the characteristics of crypto projects that are successful? You want to find a good team, primarily, who they make it happen. They develop quickly. When you look at crypto, it's a lot of speculative investing where there's no real world use case to anything just yet. It's all of what could this be down the road on most projects. Okay, and we're all just waiting sometimes for years for the team to actually follow through with what they promise. Okay, now this team has been through hell and back, and they're actually having to move Serendale, which is their main kingdom, into a different blockchain. They've decided Clayton. And in the meantime, too, they've also had, fortunately, thank God, created their own blockchain, which is an Avalanche subnet, which is just fantastic the way it works. Okay, phenomenal, actually. So when you look at this project's been going for a year now. We're 1 year in. Okay, this last week and a half or so ago, we had their 1 year birthday. It was a big celebration. They gave some incentives to do summoning. We're going to go over summoning, all different kinds of things within the game. And I'm going to hold your hand, ABCs, baby step you through, all the way through, baby. Okay, so whereas you see most teams take years and years and years to develop, and then it usually dies. Most projects die and go to zero. You just see this team, how quickly they develop, how far they've come, and how fast they develop. They're just make it happen guys. They're also genius. So the in-game mechanics are absolutely phenomenal. They're brilliant. The in-game mechanics of the heroes of the game. So the upside to this, I was asking my kids, how many users are on Roblox? How many users are on Minecraft? How many users play Legends of Zelda? How many users, are in the metaverse and this and that? Okay. All these different games that are out there that kids play. And it's hundreds of millions. We're talking, they said, I think either Minecraft or Roblox has like 800 million users. This game has 5,000 currently daily active users, if even that. I'm not even sure it's that much. Okay, so, and the upside, the foundation that's been laid into this game, the genius into this game, into the heroes, the way it's been developed, okay, is brilliant. So the foundation is laid to support millions of people getting in and having a real game that people play by the millions. It has that real upside. They're coming out with PvP and PvE. They partnered with the largest player versus player gaming company, or not the largest gaming company. It's called Wisdom Gaming. They have the largest arena for the competitions, gaming competitions, where people go and they do a tournament, a gaming tournament for things like League of Legends, things like that. They go to their arena and it's like televised. Okay, Wisdom Gaming. And they are now partnered with the team, like deeply partnered with the team on helping to develop the player versus player aspect of the game, which we could potentially see even come to the Olympics. Player versus player gaming competition is becoming an Olympic sport, possibly even by 2024, if not by 2028. I think 2024 is the next Olympics. Yeah. Okay. So it's phenomenal. The upside. It's well made. The team makes it happen. And the team is caring. They care about the community. They communicate to the community. Another thing we don't see much in crypto are teams communicating with what's going on with the community. This team actually does weekly AMAs, sometimes bi-weekly, usually weekly AMAs. Usually they're on YouTube. What's crazy is sometimes they forget to like press play and record it on YouTube. It's unbelievable. But it's also documented. It's all written out by, shout out to Sandwich Punch, baby. He documents everything from every single AMA. You get a full-blown, it's even like word for word. You can read it. You can read the full AMA. Phenomenal. But most of them are on YouTube. You can go back and watch them. I did when I first got into the game. The team communicates to the community. They don't necessarily communicate the best that they possibly could because they're all a bunch of nerdy engineers. And so that's a big problem in crypto, is that most teams just don't even know how to communicate to the community, let alone even communicating to the community at all about what's going on in their project. There's all kinds of scammy things that happen, rug pulls. Most cryptos are scams. Most cryptos go to zero. Just unfortunate thing. There's well over, I think, 200,000 cryptos now. But the reason why the market cap only says like 30,000 cryptos or 30 or 40,000 is because most of them are gone to zero and they're not even on the market cap anymore. There might even be like 500,000 crypto coins that's been out in the past. Many of those projects are long dead. Most any other project, I can tell you this, most any other project developers would have thrown in the towel by now with all the hell this team has been through. Okay, so characteristics of projects that succeed got to have good teams that are resilient and formulated, structured, and have a clear path forward. That make it happen. They develop. They're always developing through the bear market. That's the biggest thing. A lot of teams, they run out of money and they can't even afford to develop good projects sometimes. The good ones sometimes can't even make it through a bear market. Well, this team does nothing but continues on. And they're doing fantastic, actually, a fantastic job, the product that they put out, even though it takes time. Okay. Other characteristics of projects that succeed: they have a leader who cares about the community and who's careful about the tokenomics of the project. I'll explain what even tokenomics means in future videos, but in short, it's kind of like the amount of crypto coins, the supply versus the future supply, and the economics within the game. Okay, this game encompasses all those games that I mentioned. Player versus environment, where you quest, you get items, you get weapons, you get different items and different things, stones, different things that you can do that can be very fun. Okay, and with most all those other games, people are spending all that money. Call of Duty, all these different games where you have all these weapons and you have these heroes and different things, and they've invested quite a lot of money into it, and it's all owned by the company. With DeFi, you actually own everything. It's decentralized. We own the heroes. We own the weapons. We own the items. All the different things within game, we actually own it, and you can buy it and sell it. Buy and sell, buy, sell. That's the decentralized exchange. Okay, we're gonna talk liquidity. All of this, and maybe even the next video, or a couple videos. We're gonna talk about liquidity and how you can make money in this game, and how the potential of this game will be very fun. The game hinges on the future for PvP and PvE, essentially. Okay, and it's like a gamified crypto trading platform as well. It's first and foremost a DEX, a decentralized exchange, where you can trade out different crypto coins, different items within the ecosystem, okay, even from different blockchains and different things like that. Okay, so those are the characteristics of how projects succeed long term. And you want to find a project that will succeed long term if you want to get into crypto. I believe this is one of them, and it's like a hidden gem because people don't even realize what's actually going on. People think it's a dead project. People think, oh, the Harmony Bridge was hacked. I mean, it's like they're done. There's no way they can make it through this. And so people have moved on away from DeFi Kingdoms, but they don't actually realize all the things that are going on. It's not like it's not public. It's very public. They do weekly AMAs. It's on YouTube. You know, it's phenomenal. Okay, so what are the risks? Here's the risks. The biggest risk with most any crypto project outside of Bitcoin, really. Bitcoin's the only one that's almost no risk long term. You have to essentially shut off the internet to kill Bitcoin. That's the only one, like worldwide. There's nobody controlling Bitcoin. We don't even know who created Bitcoin. It's been battle tested. It's an amazing technology. And the value of Bitcoin is in the network. Okay, you can't hack it. It's a finite supply of Bitcoin. You can't ever create more Bitcoin. It's impossible. It's decentralized fully, 100%. It's 100% decentralized. No one controls Bitcoin. Okay. Every other project, we're relying on human beings. So what if Frisky Fox and Dreamer died in a plane crash? What if the developers, what if they have a midlife crisis and they go through a divorce and they just lose their mind? Things like that happens to people. We're all just people. So we're relying on people to execute on the vision of the project. Well, now that they become more and more of a formulated organization is very important. It's huge. Okay, so even if Frisky Fox did die in a plane crash, this thing would probably keep on rolling. Or Dreamer, but it would greatly still hurt the project. But the more they have these partnerships now, they got Wisdom Gaming developers are actually assisting their development of PvP. And so they're moving off Harmony blockchain and they're moving to the new Clayton blockchain, which is based out of South Korea, which South Korea is a big, huge gaming hub of the world. And they're also very entrenched and involved in the project, and they want to be a part. So they just made an awesome partnership. Other blockchains like Polygon, other ones wanted to get in, but Polygon, they weren't originally as deeply ingrained into the ecosystem as Clayton was. It just worked out. And financially, everything, because they don't have a ton of finances. Okay, so they have to figure out how to make it work. But this game is a product that's generating revenue for the team as well. But these other partners are basically coming in without being paid. So their success, the other partners' success, is hinged on the future success of the game. So they're incentivized to actually develop an awesome product when it comes to this game. So that pretty much sums it up. This is the opening video. The team's resilient. I think it's bullish. So that's the main risk too, is that we're relying on human beings, I would say. Now there's other risks that could happen, such as bridges being hacked. That's just what happened with Harmony. I've never seen a bridge get hacked and actually kill a blockchain. Not that I know of, but man, Harmony is not looking good right now. And it's not a great playing experience either. We're gonna get into that next. Couple videos down the road still. Next video, I'm just gonna hold your hand on how to just set up a MetaMask wallet a little bit. There's lots of videos on that out there too, but I'm gonna help you do that. And even get set up on like FTX or Binance.us, which if you look in the description below, you can go ahead and get that set up now if you're interested in jumping in the game. Binance.us is probably the best one. Binance, or if you're in the United States, Binance.us, and you can get that. That one is phenomenal to work with. The fees are the best, but even if you have like a Coinbase, you got crypto on Coinbase, you want to send it in, you can do that. But Coinbase charges lots of fees, so I don't like Coinbase. They whack you on those fees. Binance.us is the best on that, but also FTX is another really good one. Crypto.com's okay. Those are all options you can use for the game. Crypto Grady out. Video 101, more coming. I love it. I love it.